Hi there guys, I'd like to take you with on our quick weekend getaway. It's a shakedown trip for my canopy fit out I just completed. We in Mount Cook, stayed at the Wild Horse campsite here at Mount Cook last night. Pretty much shot through at about 3 o'clock on Friday afternoon. Nice drive. Yeah, it's good. So today we're gonna take on the Hooker walking trail. Go check out some glaciers, mountains. It's absolutely gorgeous here. It was freaking cold last night, but luckily I had an electric blanket, so we were pretty toasty. Yeah, so hope you enjoy the video. Come along and enjoy the beautiful views and gorgeous scenery. My name is Marcus Wyatt. Join me as I share my passion for four-wheel drives and traveling to the remotest parts of New Zealand. If you enjoy these videos, please support me by buying me a coffee on Patreon. Join the Explore Track New Zealand team now. If you love magnificent alpine scenery, then the White Horse Hill Campground is for you. The facilities at the campground is fantastic. Clean, flushing toilets and running water. There is 60 non-power tent sites with 3 ablution blocks and a cooking shelter. The campsite is very popular. When we arrived around 8 p.m. on Friday, there were barely any sites open. You have to book online. There is an additional cost if you want to secure a site upon arrival. The campsite is definitely a great spot if you want to come and explore Mount Cook and all its walks. The Hooker Valley track is a very easy day walk. We saw families with small children as well as senior citizens take on the walk. The first point of interest is the Alpine Memorial not too far into the walk. After the Alpine Memorial, you get to Mueller Glacier viewing point, just before you get to the first swing bridge. At the viewpoint, you have a great view of Mueller Lake. If you listen carefully, you might catch the rumblings of the ice cracking. If you're lucky, you might be able to see an avalanche from the distant Mount Sefton. From the viewpoint, the track then drops down to the first swing bridge.
How many people are on? 1, 2, 3, 4. You think we can go?
Yeah, okay.
As you walk along the track that winds its way up the hill between the rocks and brush scrub, you find another viewpoint of Lake Mueller from the opposite side. Which allows for great views over the lake and valley. The weather wasn't playing nice on the day. As we arrived at the second swing bridge, the wind started to gust pretty badly. There were a warning to not attempt the second swing bridge in bad weather, so we made the decision to turn back and not risk it. The walk back was a lot easier with the wind behind us. I'd love to come back and do this walk during the week, outside of school holidays. The amount of people was astonishing. Still a great walk. Just a pity you either felt rushed or had someone holding you up. Now?
My leg feels like it's going to fall off.
Next, we are going to explore the Tasman Valley four-wheel drive track. The Tasman Valley Road used to be a gravel road, but has recently been tarred. It is about 7-kilometer drive to the Blue Lake Shelter car park where the Tasman Valley four-wheel drive track starts. The first part of the track has brush on either side of the track. There is massive boulders along the track. You wouldn't want to be around when one of those roll down the mountain. Once you cross the hill after the chain barrier, which was open when we drove through, the landscape changes and becomes the typical scree field you find in the alpine region. About 3 kilometers past the chain barrier, you'll drive up to the landslip. If you ever drive up there, just be careful. It could easily catch you out if you don't concentrate, and you wouldn't want to drive over the edge. The scenery in the area are just phenomenal. The Tasman Glacier is amazingly beautiful, and the sound the ice makes is awe-inspiring. The drop into the slip must be 5 to 6 stories high, if it's not more. It is spectacular. As you stand close to the edge, you can hear rocks tumbling down the slip, and it makes you very uneasy. For me, seeing the Tasman Glacier and experiencing the slip was the highlight of the trip. When you stand there and you see the scale of the mountains, the slip and the glacier, you feel insignificant in comparison. After spending about half an hour, we had to move on and continue our adventure. There we go, just finished the Tasman Valley track. Sharon actually drove it all the way back, did a good job, but it was good fun. It's not a hard track, probably grade 2, grade 3 max. Just be careful at the end where the washout is. It's super steep and it almost catches you out. But yeah, definitely great track to come explore when you come to Mount Cook. This brings us to the end of this episode. Next week, we will continue our exploration of the Mackenzie and find some surprises along the way.